Good morning, afternoon. I hope you can hear me. A little noisy in the shed here with the engine running, but I got a nice log on the mill here, so I'm going to kind of take a few slabs off of it and see what we can make out of it. It's a good sized log. The weather's nice. You see I'm not wearing a toque today. It's not bad. It's about +2 Celsius, so I'll haul wood tomorrow. It's going to cool off a little bit, but I'm going to get a little bit of milling done. inches. I took that slab a little thick, but it's tapered at the other end, so 8 1/4. I have to tip that over. So I'm going to take a 2x8 off and then 1 inch after that.
pushed it too hard and the blade is a little bit dull. It's just about getting ready to be changed. So it made a little hump in the, a couple of big knots, and it kind of clumb a little bit. That's why I tipped it over, and I just run back over that little 6-inch spot. Some nice 1-inch. Well, we just got a small one here. We're going to try and make a couple 2x4s. Yeah, I got a couple of nice 2x4s out of that little one. It was a little tight. I thought I was going to have lots of bark. A little bit of bark, but you see it's really warm. The sap. That's why, well, the blade's getting dull too, but you get all this little feathering along here. That'll all fall off after. It's very thin, but it's no big deal. But I go change the blade. And I got another big one there. I've got about 4 little ones. Or
You
5.
can see that
I do some milling, I do some firewood, I do odds and ends and little tricks and chores and just off-grid stuff. Always chores, always something new you want to build or improve. So lots of little creations happening, but yeah, I've got to scrape up the sawdust. That's all got to be cleaned up. Might take a ride out to the wood patcher yet, so see what happens. Catch you later. Yeah, put a stopper block in. Stop there. Use that, just make sure it don't go too far. I wish I had lots of nice trees like this around, but I don't, so. Got a little bit of a bell on it, but you can see that's 15 inches, 14 and a half actually to the bark. 16 inches that way. So yeah, it'll make a few nice boards. Let's see, it's got a bit of a taper, so I'm gonna have to lift that other end, split the difference. Just grab a couple of pieces thin plywood and put them up here, and we'll just do this with one hand. I just slide them under just to help even it out. So I can always lift. I got my little boards right here handy. I can lift it 1/2 inch or 3/4 or 1 inch or whatever if they're tapered. So the first slab will come off. We're just splitting the difference, so we don't have one really huge slab and then, you know, just kind of split the difference. And so we'll get back at her and make some boards. There's some nice 1x8. There, I got a few. I had some 2x8s. I had some 2x4s. Now we'll get 4 more. 4 more nice 1 inch out of that one. Oh, there's some nice stuff there. Go. I think I got 9, 1 2x10, and 9 2x out of that board. So yeah, I have to give a little shout out to Woodland Mills. Yeah, Woodland Mills, nice hat, but much nicer. The mill has been really good. Little tweak here or there, and you know, I got 85 hours on it, so I can give you a fairly honest review. I've cut some very nice 1-inch 2x6, 2x8s, 6x6s, built everything, the roof over the mill, cut it all with the mill, and you see out there, I've got 5 piles of 1-inch and 2-inch lumber, and here's a little pile here. Miscellaneous stuff, 2x4/8s, 2x4/10s, some 2x6 in there, and a stack on this side. I just took that out of these last couple of logs here, and some of this 2x4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there's a dozen, 16 1x8s altogether. Well, you know, I cut a lot of 1-inch simply because 1-inch is expensive to buy, to get good 1-inch lumber, and you pay a pretty good dollar for it. And this is just, you know, my projects. I require quite a bit of 1-inch, so excuse me. You know, getting out, a little exercise, some fresh air, and some of these logs are all a little different. Some of these boards. This one here is absolutely full of small knots that go right through the center of the tree, like this. You want to have different grains. These are actually just all little knots. A couple that go at an angle the way I cut, and yeah, nice grain. If I had a planer, plane this stuff, and use it finishing on the inside of my house, but I'm gonna have to do buy the stuff for the inside, because buying the planer and that's way too much work for me. Listen, thanks again to Woodland Mills. Mills operated more efficient and whatnot than I ever thought it would. Doesn't use much fuel. I've cut a lot of stuff with, you know, just a few gallons of fuel, and haven't had trouble with anything. I haven't had trouble with the blades, or you know, I use windshield washer fluid. It's just water in the summer, but a little windshield washer fluid in the winter so it don't freeze things up, and yeah, so it's been pretty good for me and for what my needs were. I just bought the 122. We don't have a lot of big timber around here on my property and kids' property. A lot of it is smaller. You get the odd big tree, but more of it's a little smaller, so just no need for a bigger one. And for my project, this is just perfect. So, yeah, I just set it up. You see how I set that up? I don't have a bobcat. I do everything by hand. Everything by hand. There's no, you know, so you figure it all out, set it all up so that, you know, if you go back in the videos, you'll see how I loaded them with my trailer and my winch that I built on the trailer, and I can move them from there to here. It's all handwork from there. Wintertime, I can, you know, if I bring any in the winter, I got a ramp on the other end of the snow, so I can go right up there with a skidoo, or I can back trailer in and roll them off. So I built a good long 24-foot log deck here, so I can get some on there, and then I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about small log deck having to put 3 or 4 logs on it and then, you know, go back to getting equipment or something to lift logs. And sawdust box works awesome. I built that box, you know, it's only built just so it's a little bit lower than the edge of the mill the way it's set up. If you set your mill up higher, you can make sawdust box higher. You know, 2 feet wide and 16 feet long, and just fits right in there. Now, if you understand, most people have their log deck on this side of the mill, and they roll their logs in to their log stops, and mine is set up with the opening on this side, so all I have to do is just put a blocker. I got a 4x4 I stick in there, so if I roll a log on, it's not going to roll right off the other side. And so you go back through the videos, roll a few pretty big logs on, and they stop, and then just pull your log stops up, push your log back tight, and you're ready to start cutting. The sawdust goes in the box. I can scrape it up at the end of the day and shovel it into garbage cans, and it's easy to move away. So like I said, no loader or anything like that. It's just all by hand. So I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Always takes longer, and I got to think about what I'm doing. I'm trying to make a video for you guys, and I'm trying to be careful that you don't you know, get in a hurry, because that's how, you know, 20 hours in, I cut one of my log stops and wrecked a blade. Just it was just about dull already, but still it happened. And so I got to always think about, you know, a couple of cuts, drop your log stops, and a couple of cuts, drop your log stops, and just take your time. So if you just got mill and got started, don't get in a hurry. Just run through and enjoy it. So, ciao later.